A different look now for Portland. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Vonleh, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Alan Crabb. Then for the Pistons, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Morris. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Jackson. Here's Lillard. And it's sent back by Drummond. Back to Plumlee. Tries again. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his third rebound tonight. And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Good. Drummond's got his second basket of the game.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Pass to Harkless. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean,
well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
Right wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And here's McCollum for three. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Pistons trailed by 10. Meeks dishes to Johnson. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Portland has possession. Three-pointer, Lillard. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Trailblazers leading by 10. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Lillard has been playing really well. 10 points and 3 steals.
And this is something you don't see every day. A guy who's just as hot on the inside as he is on the out.
I'd simply say he's dialed in. I mean, he's got a focus to him that's palpable.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat. With the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Harkless is out there with Aminu. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Outside Jackson. Here's Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Hey guys, you know, Cantavius Caldwell Pope, this guy screams potential at you. I mean, perfect size and length and speed for a 2-guard. He plays both ends. Right now, it's all about consistency for him.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. On the topic of Caldwell Pope, he's the kind of guy who needs a year to feel his way around. In college, Greg, you may recall he showed dramatic improvement between years 1 and 2. The same thing has been true in the pros.
Yeah, and he has everything going for him. I mean, excellent outside shot, tremendous defensive tools. He just needs to add some strength and stay in attack mode to reach the next level in his development. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Jackson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Reggie Jackson had made some noise about wanting a big contract to be moved last year. Ultimately, he was traded to Detroit.
Yep, Kevin, traded from the Thunder to the Pistons, and it actually happened on deadline day.
And if you go back, remember Jackson struggled with the Pistons last year as well. So the team went on a losing streak as soon as he got there. And Jackson will look for a fresh start this season. I mean, hard to play with all the drama and questions going in your head about pending free agency.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Detroit, no good that time either. The shot by Harkless, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Aminu slams it in.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Pistons trailed by 5. And they double up Jackson to the inside. Drummond passes to Morris. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Morris got his second bucket.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Detroit had a hard time making shots consistently last season. Clark, not a good shooting team from the floor, and of course that's in this league, it's going to kill you.
Yeah, it really will. I mean, at one point last year, Kevin, 3 of their 5 starters were in the bottom 10 in terms of players' field goal percentage. I mean, it's hard to win any game that way.
And the Pistons making a change here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Aminu kicks to Harkless. And that one's good. Harkless has got 6.
And the Pistons would finish in the bottom 3 in terms of team shooting last year. But for the most part, their shooting did improve over the course of the season.
That's tipped. And now the fast break. Meeks with the ball. Fires the three. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard outside. Passes to McCollum. Detroit with the rebound.
And, you know, for the Pistons, they really had nowhere to go but up. I mean, shooting under 43% as a team is more than worrisome. I mean, it's something they'll have to drastically improve going forward.
Back to Johnson. Over in the corner, Meeks. 4 on the clock. Lets it fly from 18. Nice D from Lillard.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Portland again missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 5. And will return shortly. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. That'll be a 5-second call. Pistons trailed by 5. On the floor for Detroit. Jody Meeks out there with Caldwell Pope. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Morris in at the power forward. Lillard from outside. Plumlee. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
At the line for 2.
Plumlee hits them both. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push him, and then excellent execution.
They get it again. Morris kicks to Caldwell Pope. Morris dishes to Harris. Goes up again. No good. Plumlee with some nice D.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Lillard outside. Five to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell. Plumlee, the pass to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Top of the key, Harris. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lillard outside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard.
And he can't get the first one. Detroit making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Detroit with the ball, trailing here by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The dish now to Aminu. And stolen by Harris. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer. Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Harris kicks to Caldwell Pope. Plumlee with the steal. Lillard outside. And the pass to McCollum. Trailblazers moving the ball around. All alone. The shot by Harkless, no good.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And the basket by Harris.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
Portland leading by 4. Lillard from outside. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Morris into the lane. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Hits to Plumlee. Yes!
No, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Outside Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Morris outside from past the arc. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The slam dunk by Aminu.
You know the coach drew up a nice play when you get an easy dunk on the inbounds pass.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
That's his first personal foul.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Trailblazers, Damian
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Here's Jackson.
I think it's safe to say this baby's over.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. Unloads from 13. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 8. 12 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
Marcus Morris. Tobias Harris.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
His foul called. Mason Plumlee. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
The free throw off from Jackson. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're losing by 8. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
I think he's just trying to send his team a message, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
It's Meeks outside.
Jody Meeks.
Nails the tray. Lillard misses. And so it's Portland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clung.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MC da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza deformando o seu rosto. Se carros falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela. Essa é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade. Ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. We're at the United Center. Chicago fans are cheering for their Bulls. Here's the starting group for Houston. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Beverly in at the point.
Rock hard finish there, guys.
And only one hand needed for that one.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need. Listen, guys, James Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA. Arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Rose attacking. He dishes it to Gibson. Beverly gets a hand on it. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Harden. Ariza's got his first 2 points. And James Harden really an offense unto himself, as Greg was just talking about. They had a stat which combined three-pointer made and three-point makes created with a pass. Harden was first, and Clark, it wasn't even close.
Well, that was a mouthful in terms of breaking down those analytics, but I tell you what, he does a great job of attacking and finding teammates for threes. I can put it simply that way.
Here's Beverly after Pau Gasol's bucket. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Modiunas. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. Three-point play chance here.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The free throw drops for Modiunas. Like last season, we saw Modiunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
That's good. 6 points for Pau Gasol.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Rose attacking. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And Modiunas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets look to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Harden grabs the miss. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And Modiunas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Modiunas.
At the line for the Bulls,
It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Ariza passes to Beasley. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 8. Harden grabs the miss.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Here's Harden. Shot from the wing. From deep. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight. And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
And now the first timeout call here for the Rockets.
You know, guys, one of the things that is always going to keep you competitive against the West is a good defense. It's one reason why the Bulls tend to be a tougher matchup for teams from the West, because they do D up.
For the Bulls, Noah comes in for Pau Gasol, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. And then for Houston, Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza, and it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Bulls had a good year against the West last season, 17 up, 13 down against the Western Conference.
Yeah, and how about playing 500 or better against every division in the Western Conference? So impressive to think they did so well given how many games some of their starting players missed.
Shot clock at 6. They get it back. Capella kicks to Harden. The second chance effort. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Butler goes in. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Houston in the lead.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Rockets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 2. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
So on the floor for Houston, Corey Brewer is out there with Beasley. Then there's Terry. Then there's Howard. And it's McDaniels in at the 2 spot. High post try. Shot by Terry, no good. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Chicago trailing here. Inside, Beasley with the steal. Out on his own on the break. And that one's good. McDaniels got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Rockets.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Monty Eunice is checked in for Beasley. Reza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. Mirotic's shot is off.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
McDermott with the double team. Beverly with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Just 5 to shoot.
That was an excellent burst to the hoop for that throwdown. I mean, he's a laser beam, guys. Fast as light.
Bulls trail by 6. Mirotic dishes to Rose. Back to Mirotic. Off the pick. And again, no good by Chicago.
And, you know, back to D. Rose, he grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
And Beverly kicks to Monty Eunice. Clock at 4. Rebound by the Bulls.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in the space like that. Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
Checked in for Houston.
Come on, Chicago.
Rockets leading by 4. Harden draws the double. Lets it go from deep. And Monty Eunice, the basket on the assist by Harden. Monty Eunice has got 8 points.
Yeah, Such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Here's Howard, and he slams it one-handed.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
McDermott with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Butler against Beverly. Butler kicks to McDermott. He feeds it to Rose. Out left to the wing. There's the triple. McDermott can't get it to go. Rockets leading by 5. Ariza, right side. Howard kicks to Montejunas. It's Ariza on the wing. Harden outside. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And Mirotic kicks to Rose. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Houston making a switch. Capella's checked in. Beasley comes in for Montejunas. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Harden. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. The Rockets on top. They're up by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
What a performance from Harden here. He has 11 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
The second half just about to get going here.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in the 3 spot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Ariza goes in. And a wide open look for Howard. Count it from 12. Howard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets. A break for Hoiberg. It's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Rockets leading by 5. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Harden the pass to Beverly. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Oh, and a pass pressure.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets to space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
McDermott's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Derrick Rose. And so it's Houston with it. 3-point lead. Screen by Howard. Harden with it. 11 points in the game. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And that's his... strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
Rockets leading by 5. And Beverly kicks to Motiejunas. Back to Beverly. There's a screen by Motiejunas. Just 5 to shoot. Harden outside. That 3 off the mark. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Brooks dishes to Gasol. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Beverly, the pass to Howard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy. One of the most physically imposing players in our league. And yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Beasley the screen. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Houston, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country, but now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, he's bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that one year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent play. Here is Harden. He's got 14. Kicks to Capella. Beasley left side. And some nice passing there by Houston. Harden draws the double. Shot clock at 6. No good from Beasley.
And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple years ago. Arrow seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly. A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Stolen by Brooks. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. For the lead, Brewer with the rebound.
And for last season, it was really just a victory for Beasley to get back in the league. I mean, did not start the season on any team. No doubt he has the skills, but something needs to happen for him in order to stick.
Brooks kicks to Gasol. Beasley with the steal. And here we go. With 4 seconds on the clock. Again, the miss by Harden. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
There's Rose with the 3. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets lead. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Bulls trailed by 4. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Rockets. Beasley out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. Then there's Terry. And it's McDaniels at the 2-guard position.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
Beasley sets a screen for Terry. And there's the feed to Ariza. Hits it from three-point range. Ariza's got the lead up to 7 now for Houston.
This game has really started to heat up. I didn't think they could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
McDaniels kicks to Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to McDaniels. Not really his range, and it's off target.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you. Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Harden comes in for KJ McDaniels. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. Harden outside. Noah with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Snell dishes to Butler. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Stolen. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. No good. That would have tied it. Now here's Harden. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Monty Eunice is checked in for Michael Beasley. And the second free throw, good. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Rose goes in. And that one is hammered home.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
In a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Another miss by Houston.
One made three going for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Monty Eunice with the steal. They push it up 4-on-3. Kicks it out to Harden. And he goes in for the dunk.
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. What a time in the ball game to make it happen.
And after all that time, finally they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock. But they can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
Monty Eunice no up.
I'll tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Goes with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Down low.
When Joakim Noah is allowed to heat up, this is what you get.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. To the wing on the left. Monty Eunice has the open look. No good with the wing jumper. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Rose goes in. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Boy, right now it's really tough to stop Rose.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the arm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. So it's Chicago now. The shot by Butler, nobody around. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 10. A shot by Harden, wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Fires from 14. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.